Buckeyes to get it done.
We just got to execute early on, find a rhythm of the game, and then go finish in the fourth quarter.
The whole season on the line for the Buckeyes. Nobody giving the Wolverines a chance to win this game. Howard in trouble! Incomplete! Ohio State turns it over on downs. And the Michigan Wolverines will shock the college football world. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field.
You got to fire Ryan Day.
If there wasn't a 12-team playoff, Ryan Day would be...
I think he would be fired.
Is Ryan Day the guy for this job? Can he and the football team bounce back?
Touchdown, Ohio State strikes first.
They cracked his helmet with such a big hit. Look at that.
Touchdown end zone. Henderson breaks free. House call for Ohio State. The Buckeyes can begin planning for Pasadena. There is Smith roaming free. Breaks a tackle. Ohio State strikes quickly. Caught in stride. Abuka touchdown. Buckeyes on fire. Smith is wide open. It's a Crimson avalanche here in Pasadena. Travian Henderson gets one with it back for Ohio State. Sawyer knocked it out and picks it up. Ohio State scoop and score. Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. And Smith, he's got it. And Ohio State is going to walk out of Atlanta national champions.
The story gets to get told now, and it's a great story about a bunch of guys who have just overcome some really tough situations. There's a lot of people that counted us out, and we just kept swinging and kept fighting. It's the reason why you get into coaching, is to see guys overcome things, learn life lessons, and then reach their dreams.
College football national champion Coach Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
What's going on, everybody? Pete and Rob back for another live here on a Tuesday evening. Happy to have you join us tonight. What's going on, everybody? Rob and Peter, happy to have you join us here tonight on a live. A lot to discuss. Obviously, the Buckeyes and Hoosiers went at it toe-to-toe in the Big Ten Championship game on Saturday night, with the Hoosiers coming out on top. And the whole nation was laughing and memeing us and making gifts, and especially Michigan fans who had no ground to stand on after they just got smoked in their own house, in their own stadium. But they're going to take shots regardless. We're rivals, so we expect that. Hard-fought game in Indy, I thought, Rob. A lot of other topics to discuss tonight as well. Of course, Brian Hartline, our ballyhooed wide receiver coach and OC, he's leaving for South Florida. He's leaving for Tampa, man. And that's going to have an impact on Ohio State's playoff run here and national title chances. I want to start with Ohio State, Indiana, though. There's a lot of other things to talk about we're going to cover tonight, but I want to start with the Buckeyes and Hoosiers, man. Man, I expected a dogfight. I really did expect a dogfight.
And it was.
I didn't really consider a scenario where we lose.
Yeah, you know, the only scenario that I saw them losing is if, you know, just coaches as a whole didn't execute the way that they should. And, you know, I was really looking at, okay, like, this needs to be a game of, if you get in the red zone, you have to convert to touchdowns. You have to. You cannot settle for field goals. And the play calling was just like it was all year in the red zone. Horrendous. I'm pretty much, we're close to last in terms of red zone. I mean, offense in the red zone. And it just showed. And the thing that confused me was both times we were in the red zone and it's just like, it doesn't make sense because the first time that they scored, Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith were on the field. The other times they were in the red zone, especially that last possession, Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith were not even on the field, and they went with this tight end package. I mean, yeah. Bennett Christian? I mean, whatever his name is. That's how much I know. Like, good amount about
Christian Kasmerick.
Yep. I mean, I know Kasmerick, I know Claire, but you know, Christian, like, just why is Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate not on the field. You do know that in order, if you're trying to go to tight ends, and that's fine, trying to go to Claire or Kasmeric, you need your best playmakers to have the attention on them so your tight ends can get separation. It didn't make sense. At the end of the day, it didn't make sense. Hats off to Indiana for executing better.
Another thing I noticed, Rob, in that similar vein that you just brought up, there were a lot of plays or whether they're midfield and need a third down conversion, where I saw, say, in rollout, there's one option to throw the football to. And obviously the play was designed to Smith or the play was designed to whomever. I understand I don't have a massively high level IQ in football, but
what the heck just happened? All right, you guys. So we're clearly having some. Oh, here he is. What happened?
oh, geez, I have no idea.
All right. So you were saying about Smith and they were
Well, it's just the fact that I've never understood why on earth you would design a play to only have one receiving option, one receiving threat for a quarterback to choose from. If he's not open, what the hell is the quarterback supposed to do? And that happened on multiple occasions on rollouts for saying, both in the red zone and on critical downs on third down. And I've always been infuriated when that's been the case, and I haven't seen that from Ohio State all season. For some reason, I saw it 4 to 5 times on Saturday night. That was really frustrating to me. And Indiana covered it every time.
Yeah, to me, it was just like we were trying to play the same style of football they've been playing all season, but this is a better team. They got a better offense. They got defense, and it's a different type of game that you have to play. And there was a quote by Ryan Day earlier in the season, pretty much talking about the offense, and he said, when it's time to turn up the gas, we're going to turn up the gas. I was waiting for that on multiple occasions, and just like, okay, like, maybe Day has figured out that there's a certain style of football that you need to play to win the Big Ten. But as I said before, I don't think Ohio State is built to win the Big Ten, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ohio State is built to play on a national stage. Let's be honest. A different style of football is played within the Big Ten, and a different style of football is just played different in the SEC, the Big 12, and that's more for Ohio State to play on that national level. And that's fine, man. I mean, hats off to Indiana for winning the Big Ten. It sucked that Ohio State didn't get it done, but let's not act like this team is not built to go back to back. Now, remember what happened last season when Oregon took the Big Ten by storm, won the Big Ten, and did absolutely nothing in the playoffs. But again, Ohio State, they are built to win national championships.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the fact of the matter. Our Buckeyes are definitely built to win and compete for national championships every year. That's always the goal at a program like Ohio State. So that goal still remains in front of us. A lot to play for the Buckeyes, of course. I'm sure Buckeye fans are taking it differently, the loss on Saturday. I obviously want to claim conference superiority, but at the end of the day, it's not the biggest crown that we play for. It's not the ultimate prize in college football. And
wait, what did he tell us?
That still remains in front of us. So
he said, told you all about that team up north. I forgot.
Oh, Welch, yeah. I think he was on when I had a solo live, Rob.
Oh, okay. And what did he say?
I think he was saying Michigan sucks, basically.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, 27-9, dude. You know what? Got over the hump, beat the rival in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't win the Big Ten. But you guys, it is playoff time. We need to, wipe that loss off the shoulder and look at the biggest crown of all of college football. And let's not act like this Ohio State team isn't primed and built and just ready for the moment. Now, we saw a lot of just some weaknesses, mistakes made. Now, let's say that they beat Indiana. Are they really going to look at the mistakes and the weaknesses they had in that game and fix them? No. So it's just like, and I heard Nick Saban talking today. It was on the Pat McAfee show, and he was saying that very little undefeated teams that won the national championship when we were on a run. But the good thing is that when we won our national championships, we suffered a loss, and it made us really reflect and look at the mirror on what we needed to fix. And this loss to Indiana, as crazy as this sounds, could be a blessing going forward. I mean, they have some things to look at. If you look at Indiana's, blitzes and their blitz packages, and what went wrong, and being able to give Sane more time, and and on the defense, like they have some things to fix. This is not a perfect team, and mark my words, like they're ready for the moment. They're going to make a national championship run again, more than likely going back to back.
I think there's a very good chance. I mean, everybody was in full agreement that Ohio State was the most dominant team in the nation. We saw the only two undefeated teams in the country clash. Obviously, our favorite team didn't come out on top, but you can't just dismantle a season's worth of work for a 3-point loss. I don't subscribe to that narrative that Ohio State's not the best team in the nation. Indiana proved they're better on Saturday night. Doesn't mean they're better if we meet again. Doesn't mean they're the better team in general. I think all hats off to Indiana. It was a fair and square victory. It was totally fully earned. I don't think that was Ohio State's best game, however, but I think Indiana played a big role in why it wasn't Ohio State's best game. Yeah. And they really got in Sane's head, and I think the experience that Mendoza brought in the 50-so starts he's had in college football compared to Sane's 13, I think that played a huge factor.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Indiana. They are so drunk right now off winning the Big Ten. That's great. It's the first time they won the Big Ten in forever. When I say forever, I mean forever. It's been many, many years. With that being said, remember Oregon was extremely drunk off taking the Big Ten by storm, winning it. And they just
and rightfully so.
They had to hang. Yeah, sure, Peter, rightfully so, but they had a hangover. They blew it.
Yeah. They let it distract them, didn't they?
Will Indiana do the same? Are they just so drunk off, even Signetti? Like, I don't want to hear about how, he doesn't look happy they won the Big Ten. The dude is ecstatic he won the Big Ten. That is just his demeanor. He's trying to be Nick Saban. Now, will he end up having the career that Nick Saban had in terms of national championships? Only time will tell, but dude is arrogant, smug, saying, "Oh, it's a year too late. We should have did it earlier." Well, you got your ass handed to by Ohio State the year before, so no, not a year late, dude. So
yeah,
I think that there is a chance that they could lose to whoever the winner of Oklahoma Alabama is.
Yeah, I mean, if they get drunk on their own press clippings, for sure.
And they won't have 3 weeks to prepare for them, just like they did. Let's be honest, Peter. They had 3 weeks to prepare for Ohio State. They weren't playing anybody, and you know what?
Yeah.
While Ohio State was clearly preparing for Michigan, Indiana was preparing for Ohio State.
Indiana probably spent 7 minutes preparing for Purdue. I mean, why would you spend any more time when you got UCLA and Purdue to close out the year? But I'm sure that played a factor too, man. I'm not going to dismiss that. We should have brought that up with Dan, because I think that might have brought he could have brought an interesting perspective to that for sure. I think Ohio State was so focused on beating Michigan. Yeah, we were limited to a normal game week, and I don't know. I mean, saying his percentage was not bad on Saturday night. It wasn't up to his standards per se, but it wasn't a bad completion percentage. And he outpassed Mendoza, had 264 yards to Mendoza's 222. You know, I'm not going to say I was pleased with Sayan's performance. I think Mendoza hit on more important passes than Sayan did.
Yeah.
But when you break it down, man, I honestly thought the first half was tit for tat. Like, it seemed like everything they did, we answered, and everything we did, they answered. It seemed like, we threw a pick, then they threw a pick in a dangerous, bad spot. We scored on a short field, but it is a serious indictment that our only touchdown of the day came on, what, a 30-yard drive after the interception from Miller? No, like a 10-yard drive. Because I think he's out at the 11. Maybe I'm mistaken. Whatever the case is, it was a very short field, and that was the only time we crossed the goal line.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that is true, man. The score, when they scored, it was only 30-yard drive, man. It's just like, but the time that Indiana scored, what was that? Like a 80, 90-yard drive or so?
Long drive.
Yeah, they were able to drive down the field, man. And then it's just like,
yep.
They dialed up the right plays of time, and Mendoza hit a couple over the top.
Yep.
And but dude, let's talk about that pass interference call on Styles the first time around on their I think Becker. Dude, that was not pass interference, dude. I'm sorry, man. He
that was a weak call.
But he let go right away.
Yep.
It was barely like grabbing you. At that moment, you just got to let them play, man. It wasn't blatant pass interference. Not like he was trying to hug him and pull him down. It's just like, okay, I got a little bit of jersey. I let go, and I try to make a play in the ball. Both were trying to make a play at the ball at that moment.
There was some hand fighting there, and there was some things of that nature. I don't think there was anything egregious that was worth a flag. I was really surprised. I mean, both D lines got home against both offensive lines. I'm not sure how many sacks Ohio State had. Obviously, everybody's talking about Indiana's 5 sacks. We must have had 4 or 5 ourselves.
Yeah. And that's due to Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson.
Caden Curry was a force in that first quarter, and he had a really great game just overall. He was a stud, man. And as was Kenyatta. Jermaine Matthews, he got toasted several times by Becker. He got absolutely worked by Becker, and he was with him on that last play but on that 3rd and 6. But it's a strike, man. Mendoza threw an absolute dot, undefendable ball right there. Matthews was step for step with Becker. It was just a perfect ball, and it sucked to see. But you got to respect Cignetti's balls to call that on 3rd and 6, like. That takes some serious cojones, and he pulled the trigger on it. He trusted his quarterback, and I think Dade trusted Sayan too. I just think Sayan was a lot more confused with the coverages that he saw. So
I mean, he started to settle down in the second half, but I just felt like it was just a little too late, man. And the play calling did not help his case either. Again, like those trips to the red zone, dude. And here's the other thing that confused me, because I feel like this should have been flip-flopped. Why not kick the field goal at the time they were in the red zone at the end of the 3rd quarter?
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Yeah.
Less pressure, you make it, and then just like, okay, I am down in the red zone again. It's 4th and 1. Do I want to go for it, convert, run the clock out some more, potentially score or kick the field goal? And if I don't make it, we're playing for overtime.
Yeah, the only reason and rationale I can think of Day going for it, and I disagree, because you take all the points you can get in defensive battle. I learned that from Jim Tressel, man. No, we didn't have explosive offenses as Day has had and Myers had with Tressel, but he took the points, and daggone it, he won a lot. He won a high percentage of games. And I was furious with the decision to go for it. And even more furious with the play call because we've tried sneaking Julian Sane before. It has not worked one time all year.
It's like he's going. It's like he's going along for the ride. He's not even trying to to push with his legs, man. It's kind of like he goes limp and like, okay, the fullback and the tight end, they're gonna push me through, and just like, dude, no, you got to do the work too. It's like the dude is 6'2", 210 pounds. It's not like it's Will Howard, man, who's like what 6'4", 6'5", 235
45 pounds, yeah.
245 pounds, man. That's a different type of quarterback right there. And
It's a running back.
yeah, pretty much. And the other thing is, again, like, he just didn't read the game correctly, dude. I mean, we all saw it. I called it halftime. We're in a defensive battle. In a defensive battle, you take the points when you can get the points. And Kirk Signetti understood that big time, man. He understood it.
It was a big lesson in situational football, and I think you mentioned it on our video with Dan afterwards on Sunday. I think you mentioned, or maybe it was Dan that mentioned it. He had a more grasp of how the game was playing out and what was taking place and what was going on, which is really surprising because I've never questioned his in-game strategy, his in-game outside of Michigan, his in-game decision making. Like, I mean, he usually pulls the trigger on when to go for it on fourth downs correctly and when to punt on those decisions. And I don't know, man. I don't understand not kicking a field goal there. I was screaming. My dad was screaming, I'm sure, watching as well. He was like, he was so mad after they got stuffed, and it was clear as day on the review. He was well short, very.
And again, like, he wasn't even trying to push with his legs, man. He just went. He literally went limp.
Yeah.
He was being dragged, and his knee hit, dude. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, at least, like, he's not the type of quarterback to do quarterback sneak with, man. He's just not, and I don't want to see that again. But dude, again, man, like, I don't want to believe that this is just who Ryan Day is in these moments, because you know what? Going back to the Texas game last season, it was a close game until the end, and I felt like he called a good game. He did all the right things to win that game. And at the end of the Notre Dame Ohio State game for the national championship, which, by the way, it was Jim Knowles' fault that they got back in that game. But in those moments, Ryan Day could have folded and wet the bed and cost Ohio State the national championship, but he didn't. He didn't falter. He didn't fold, man. And then just all season, dude, he was calm and cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, I mean, he was, but
here's the thing, dude.
Were we ever tested this year before Indiana? I don't think so. Were we ever in a dogfight? I don't think so. Before Saturday night.
I mean, dude, I
have my questions. And I'm not saying I want Day gone.
Bro, you always have your questions about Ryan Day, man.
It's the same question. It always is the same answer. He gives the same one every time. So why the hell would I not question that?
What are you talking about, man?
He chokes, man. He chokes. When games are close, he is not clutch. He's not clutch. He does not have the clutch factor.
I mean, the game was close against Texas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
the key difference, we had a lead. If Ryan Day is down in the fourth quarter, I mean, hopefully we don't have to see that during the playoff run. But if that's a scenario that plays out, I'm saying in group chat, we're losing. It's over.
Come on, bro. You got to give him 100%. More credit, dude.
When does Ohio State ever come back under Ryan Day? Name one comeback victory.
The dude has taken a turn, man. He's turned a new leaf. I want to believe it. We're not going to sit here and crash out over Ryan Day, dude. He's a great coach, man. He is.
Of course he is. I'm not saying that. He has a massive flaw, though.
Oh, my God, bro.
Massive flaw.
Okay, so let's look at the facial expression that he
Yeah.
had.
How can you defend it when you saw it all second half?
Yeah,
Every time they showed him, he was shitting himself.
my cousin. I'm sorry, this is not funny. My cousin did text me saying Ryan Day looks like he's about to cry, but
Thank you.
But that facial expression at the end was because they missed the field goal, dude. Like
That wasn't the only time. That was the entire second half he looked like that. I want nobody else to coach Ohio State. I want no one else in that role. But damn it, he is not clutch. He freezes. He's paralyzed by trailing. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that's the case. In his tenure, now granted, we're not down very often to teams, but there's not a single comeback victory on his ledger.
Wait a minute. What about that game, dude, with one of the worst quarterbacks he's had?
What game?
The Notre Dame game, 2023. What about that game?
Yeah. We were down. Yeah. Okay.
And that was like a really high pressure situation, man.
On the road.
That was arguably one of the quarterbacks that I'm sorry, dude, but they just hated Kyle McCord. Let's be honest, man. That was not his favorite quarterback at all.
They didn't have a good relationship.
But
That's
dude,
for sure.
Cocaine Day.
That is one. Okay, that's a good data point. Good data point.
Cocaine Day is gonna take care of it, man. He's turned a new leaf, and you know what, dude? Are we really gonna ridicule one of the best coaches of college football every time
Absolutely.
he loses a close game, dude?
100%. Every time.
Dude, he's not gonna win all his games, man. He's just not gonna do it.
But that's the expectation in Ohio State. You don't get to lose games at Alabama. You don't get it.
Yeah.
You don't get to lose games at Ohio State, period. You don't lose. Urban Meyer said it himself.
Then I guess we're gonna have a lot of pissed off fans ridiculing a great football coach, and
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, man.
I demand perfection,
but we're not always gonna get perfection, which it's just not realistic, man. It's not.
Doesn't mean we can't bitch about it.
I mean that's fine if you want to bitch about it, then bitch about it, dude. We're in a really great position to play on the national stage for years to come, man.
Yeah.
Maybe not built to win the Big Ten, which again, like I really, it's whatever. But on the national stage, if we make runs and Day ends up winning, 5 natties when it's all said and done, then I'll be happy, dude.
Yeah, me too. I don't want anybody else coaching Ohio State, but it doesn't mean I think he's perfect. He's got a massive, glaring, gaping flaw in his mental capability to remain calm in high-pressure situations, and it reflects very negatively on the team.
No, we're not gonna blame his demeanor on Jaden Fielding. Let's talk about Jaden Fielding real quick. Let's talk about what he was doing on the sidelines before that kick. He was looking like he was about to piss himself, talking with some fans, shrugged his shoulders when asked, like, you going to kick the game-winning field goal? You're supposed to say that confidently. Or, like, why are you engaging with a bunch of nobody fans anyways, dude?
Yeah.
The dude looked like that was the look of someone saying, man, I really hope they go down here and score so I don't have to be put in this high-pressure situation. I don't want a kicker on the field who has that mentality, and I don't want a kicker on the field who is engaging with fans for what? that is child's play. That is just ridiculous, man. When I saw that video, I'm like, this little dweeb, dude. You're on the sidelines. You're kicking for the Ohio State University, and you're chatting up with a bunch of Indiana fans who are clearly trying to get in your head, and you're clearly letting them in your head. It's stupid, man.
Reminds me of Quinn Nordine from Michigan. Remember that cocky SOB?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He talked a lot of smack to the fans and to fans in attendance, online, all this stuff. Who knows what he's doing? That'd be interesting to look up after this
What
live. But
did he
yeah,
lose a
that was
lot of games for
inexcusable, man.
Michigan?
Especially after he talked a bunch of not. He didn't talk junk, but he said it would be a dream come true to kick a game-winning field goal versus Michigan to kind of redeem myself from last year. And he comes in up 24-9, kicks a field goal that essentially seals it. It was already sealed anyway. Michigan wasn't scoring 25 points or 28 points. He kicks a field goal and celebrates like he freaking just won the national championship or something. And like, I'm not mad at that per se, but it's like, how are you gonna say that you wish for that scenario to play out, and then your team literally needs you a week later, and you freaking a perfect snap, clean hold, laces were forward. The only thing I can say was in the teeth of the Indiana student section. Other than that, I mean, you gotta step up and make a cake, but
Yeah, that was
I'm not even blaming players, but
that was
the
27
Buckeyes
yards,
were in
man.
position, and they did put them in position to make up for his previous mistake of not kicking it then with less pressure. Still a high pressure kick, but a lot less pressure than if I miss this, the game's over. And Fielding's proven, and just like, well, I'm not even gonna blame Ruggles for Georgia, but yeah, no, I'd much rather have Day's close losses in big games or certain big games than Urban Meyer's blowouts to Purdue and Iowa. That's for dang sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's
you can excuse a 3-point loss. You can't excuse a 29-point loss to Purdue or a friggin' whatever point loss to Iowa on the road. Like, sheesh, man, those were way more embarrassing than losing a Big Ten championship game. Doesn't mean I'm not angry. Doesn't mean I'm not upset. And doesn't mean I want to see him get better and clutch up and nut up in intense game type situations. But it was a fear of mine. I brought it up on one of the lives, I think, and I said, or maybe it was a text, I don't remember exactly, but I said, we haven't faced adversity the entire season. Not one time were we trailing for a single second in the second half of any game. And I was worried about that. Not in like a panicky way, but I'm like, I wonder how Saiyan will perform when trailing in the second half for the first time, in the fourth quarter for the first time.
He did his job in the second half.
He did well. I think he did well. Those 2 drives were more than enough to take the lead. More than enough. But it didn't happen.
But in terms of the kicker, dude, I saw this flyer online that they were holding tryouts for walk-ons or just anybody who wanted to, but in terms of that, dude, and also I saw a picture. It was of the Ohio State locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the locker room that Ohio State was in when they were in Indy. And this was after the game, and it showed a picture of Fielding's gear in the trash. His bag with his name on it.
That's gotta be Photoshop, but you never know. I hope that's not true, but
dude,
either way,
it's like, bro, I guarantee you when Day saw that, I guarantee you Day's already seen that video of him engaging with the fans. He's probably like, you need to get in my office right now.
I don't know how he was. I don't know how he was the nation.
Man. Like, bro.
I don't know how he was the number one kicker in America coming out of high school, but
what he was
number one. Yeah.
But dude, you do realize he was a walk-on, right?
Yeah, but that's how much Ryan Day values kickers, I guess. But I mean, he went after a decent one, but it's like he's not even going to give him a scholarship. But yeah, he was the number one kicker coming out of high school. But he's proven he's never had a strong leg. He can't kick over 45 consistently. He made a 49-yarder earlier this year, which was really impressive.
And he has a mental issue going on. clearly.
Oh yeah, there's mental block too. There's absolute
dude,
mental block.
He tried to. So here's the thing with Peter. He tried to walk away from the two fans, and then he turned back to re-engage. I'm like, dude, this is awkward. This is
Yeah.
weak, and like, dude, it's just.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say, man. I just don't.
Maybe a little insecure.
Exactly, dude. He gave the shrug and the look of someone again, someone who just didn't want to be put in that situation.
Yeah, they should have taken the points, and it was frustrating that he didn't earlier in the game. But he made the decision, and he put them in position to get more points later. And so it was frustrating to not get them. But that was the result, man. The Hoosiers are Big Ten champs. They can squawk. I know you really wanted to shut up the online sect of Hoosier Nation, getting mouthy, getting a little cocky, but we didn't. We weren't able to do that. So
Yeah.
now they get to talk a lot of junk, man. And the 30 game win streak is over. Indiana, I think the last time Ohio State lost to them, I was about a month old. If I'm looking back correctly, when I've looked that up in years past, I didn't look it up this year, but I'm pretty sure it was an October or November game in '88 when they beat us. And I was barely on this earth, but anyway, man, let's move to a different topic.
All right. I got the playoff. Can you see this? Can you see this?
Not yet, no.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know why it's. Let's see, screen. Okay. Window.
Yeah, there's a lot of intriguing matches, man. How about two group of 5 teams making it? Tulane and James Madison, the Dukes, man. There I am, big. Whoa, I didn't know you could do that. That's freaking weird, dude.
I'm trying to share the screen. Never mind, dude. But yeah, we have some really good football coming up, and we have the first playoff game is a rematch of Oklahoma Alabama. Now, the first time around when Oklahoma played Alabama, they beat Alabama in their house.
They beat them 2 years in a row now, and can DeBoer get over the Sooner hump like Kirby got over the Bama hump in Atlanta?
They beat them 23-21.
Yep. Shocked them last year, and then beat them earlier this year too. And Oklahoma and John Mateer, man, they seem to have the Roll Tide's number, and I would love to see them make it a third straight over Alabama. How awesome would that be to invite a member, a good historic program, to your conference? You're the big dog, and you lose the first 3 times you play them. That'd be amazingly hilarious.
Oh, man, that would be pretty funny, man. That means you're 0-3 against against Oklahoma. Man,
I'm here for it.
Against
I'm rooting
Brent
for
Venables,
it,
dude. You know what, man? We owe Brent Venables an apology, man. We ragged on him, saying that it just wasn't going to work out, man. He's just a defensive coordinator, dude. He's turned that team around within a span of a year, dude. And you know what? I think, dude, I'm going to call it right now. I think they're going to beat Alabama again.
I think they will. That would be.
If you look at it, Alabama has gotten worse as the season went on, dude. They regressed. Ty Simpson has regressed. They just don't look like that same team.
They weren't consistent.
Yeah, they definitely were consistent.
They started the year really terribly versus FSU, who I don't even know what they finished, but horrible. And then they started looking like one of the best teams in America, and then they go and get waxed by Georgia in the SEC championship. So
yeah, and then the next. So who do you have winning this matchup, Peter?
Yeah, I'm going Boomer Sooner too.
You know, man, I'm gonna mix it up, dude. I say the Alabama Crimson Tide get it done this time.
They're gonna be hungry for it, but I'm sticking with my guns there. I think Oklahoma is the better team. I think John Mateer is probably the better quarterback, but it's tough to say. I haven't watched a lot of Bama.
I don't know, man. I just like upsets, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm rooting for Oklahoma, I'll say that. It's gonna be a nice battle, but if DeBoer loses a third straight to the Sooners, people are gonna be pissed. Alabama fans do not take kindly to losing 3 straight times to a
No.
common or the same opponent. But
All
what's
right.
the next matchup there?
The Saturday, December 20th at 12 p.m., you have the Miami Hurricanes travel to College Station to take on Texas A&M, the Texas A&M Aggies. Now,
It's a sexy
man,
matchup.
dude, I don't think Mario Cristobal is for the moment. He's not ready for it. They're lucky to even be in the playoffs, in my honest opinion. I'm still not sold on the U. I will never be sold on the U. They're just a bunch of NIL junkies. They're there to make money and not play for national championships. So give me Texas A&M. I think Mike Elko is a way better coach than Mario Cristobal will ever be. Whenever Mario Cristobal is on the giant stage and needs to get it done, he pees down his leg and that's that. So, Peter. Oh my gosh, bro, his freaking internet. All right, but yeah, I have Texas A&M winning. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh, all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I have Texas A&M winning. I think this is a really good team. You know, they just ran to a brick wall against Texas. They more than likely learn from it, and you know they're going to come back better than ever. But
We lost power here, by the way. So
oh, you did.
Yeah,
Is there
we're
like
in
a
the
giant
dark.
storm up there?
No, maybe I don't know what's going on. There's a snowstorm supposed to start at 10, but I don't know. Whatever.
I have
Walker or Walter. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have Texas A&M winning against Miami.
Hey, there's our power back. Yeah, I think it's in College Station, so it's really hard to pick against a home team, man. I mean, it's not going to be cold, but but the travel versus the advantage of staying home and being in your routine for home games, having the home crowd behind you. I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. Is there a certain allotment for away fans, or is it just whoever snatches them up, snatches them up?
Wait, could you ask that again?
Is there a certain allotment that has to go to away team fans in playoff games? A certain allotment of tickets?
I don't know, man. I know last season Tennessee fans tried to buy up all the tickets, dude.
Well, they got a hack code somehow. I don't remember if I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean they showed up in full force, so took that beating, man. Got that belt tag, as they say, as the young kids say.
Yeah, I think that I mean, dude, Canes fans, they travel. Not as heavy as, you know, SEC country or, you know,
No,
some Big Ten teams.
I like Marcel Reed, man. He's impressive. The defense is good. It's not great, but it's good. It's good. He's got some weapons to throw to, and Reed is pretty electric with the ball in his hands. And so I'm going with the Aggies. I don't trust Cristobal in big games. He did win one this year versus Notre Dame, but
Then
that was like one of 2 big wins in his career.
yeah. All right, 3:30 game. You have Tulane at Ole Miss. Now I'm be making a bet that day, and dude, I'm gonna make this a risky bet, by the way, because for some reason this matchup intrigues me. But I'm gonna pick on my bet that I make. I'm picking Tulane money line.
Wow. So that's a straight up win. It's not like I have to beat the spread. It's just a straight up win, right?
It's just a straight up win, dude. I'm taking Tulane money line.
Yeah, I think Tulane wins too, man.
I don't think this team will be focused, dude.
that obviously being the key contributing factor. A defensive coordinator, he might be a good leader. He might be able to keep the team together, but who's going to be calling plays, man?
I mean, he is
That's
actually the
Lane's
new
job.
dude. He's the new head coach, man. There's
Well, I know he is, but I'm saying, like, who's calling plays? Because that was Lane's job. And is the offense going to be as good without Lane? Probably not. So, and Ole Miss isn't that far from Tulane, which is in New Orleans. So I think Tulane fans are going to take advantage of it and travel as well as they can. So tiny stadium. It's not very loud. Just based on the way it's built, I think the Green Wave pick up the W and give the home team their the first loss of the 12-team era.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I have Tulane winning. All right, next game, the night game. Wow, this is on TNT True TV. Oh
That's
my god.
ridiculous, but all right.
Yeah. That's odd.
Yeah, there were some last year too. It's really
Dude,
dumb.
it's not like, you have any other games going on. I mean, wait, does NFL play that day too or no? I don't know, dude. But
Probably.
you have James Madison travels to Autzen Stadium to take on the Oregon Ducks. Now, clearly, I'm picking Dan Lanning and the Ducks, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, they want redemption from last year, man. The Ducks only one playoff win all time. No, two. No, just one. Yeah, in 2014, and I'm thinking they remember and have last year's blowout loss to Ohio State fresh in their memory and in their minds. Dante Moore is this phenomenal quarterback. I should watch Oregon play more, but they haven't been in too many meaningful games with conference expansion since Indiana. So I haven't watched them much. But Dante Moore's put up insane stats. James Madison is a great program, and I think they'll probably be back in the playoffs at some point. But it'll be a nice, easy first round exit.
Yeah. Another thing you got to look at, dude, is Oregon has been playing a lot better since their loss to Indiana.
Have they?
Yeah, they have.
Gotcha.
And that's what an early loss can do. That's what a middle of the season, or for Ohio State's the end of the season loss, can do before playoff time. It really gets you to self-reflect on what you need to fix going forward, dude.
I watched them play Iowa. Correction. I watched them play the Hawkeyes at Kinnick, man. They struggled in that game, but who doesn't struggle at Kinnick at night? But they prevailed, so I give them props.
Yeah. Are we just gonna talk about first rounds?
No, I think we should go all the way and give predictions.
Right. So after that, that would mean that Oregon advances to play Texas Tech. Whoever wins, let's say Oklahoma. You know what, man? I'm picking Alabama, but I do think Oklahoma is gonna advance to play Indiana. Tulane's gonna play Georgia. That would mean Texas A&M is gonna play Ohio State. You know what? Since all the other games are New Year's Day, the December 31st game, New Year's Eve, would be Texas A&M versus Ohio State. Now, I really like that matchup for the Buckeyes.
Even though it's in Texas.
Yeah, even though hey, you know what, man? We played the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, buddy.
Same thing last season. Pretty much a home game for them. You know what, dude? Yep. They may have a high-powered offense, but they don't have a good defense, man.
I agree with you.
They give up 24 points a game. But here's the thing, man. Look what happened when they went up against Texas. When they went up against a good defense, dude. They were thrown off their game. I didn't think they scored as many points. Let's look at this. How many points did they score?
That was a great
They
win.
scored 17 points against Texas. So Ohio State has a really good defense, man. If they can hold Texas and pretty much turn it up on offense, I like their chances in this game, dude. And I think dude, let's be honest, man. Going forward, we cannot see number 77 on the field. We just can't. It's over with. It's done. Van Sickle or Padilla needs to happen go forward, dude. I am done with Tager Shabola. He has been the weak link of this offensive line. And I hate to talk bad about Buckeye players, but it's week after week after week, man. If you look at the film against Indiana, everybody else is doing their job. Where's the gap come from? It comes from freaking Shabola, dude. Each time, bro. That's
In
where they were.
pass and in run pro.
Yeah, that's where they were getting the pressure from, man. That was it.
It's not just run scheme breakdowns. It's freaking pass pro breakdowns. I don't know why he hasn't clicked. I don't understand why. He was one of the top tackles in the entire country in that cycle. 5-star everything, but he's been a massive, massive miss. The Aggies, man, I think can give us a challenge. I really do. I think they'll give us a real shot, but I see Ohio State prevailing, man. I'm very confident in this team. I'm very confident that the loss will energize Ohio State again. It will motivate them.
Yeah. All right. Next game would be this is the night game on New Year's Day.
Real quick, by the way, I'm a little ticked. It's the late game on New Year's Eve. Like, dang, man. I mean, I'm not a big New Year's Eve go out and do things type of person, but I usually do other things on New Year's Eve. Yeah, so I'm a little ticked. Ohio State's playing that time slot.
I mean, like, you can't give it another time slot. All the other other bowls are in the earlier time
I know.
slots.
Obviously, you got to put it in prime time, but I mean, like, who's doing stuff on New Year's Eve? So, but I get it. I get put in prime time, but I don't know.
But all right. So New Year's Day at 12 p.m. We got Oregon versus Texas Tech. Now, this dude, Texas Tech is a really good team, man. That their defense, that linebacker core, their offense is like, dude, this is gonna be a tough one for me, man. But dude, I want to pick Texas Tech, dude.
I'm pulling the trigger on it.
I think Oregon's just on a mission, man. I do.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going Tech, man. I know the Big 12 kind of sucks, but man, it's an entertaining league because it's very unpredictable. But the Red Raiders blew through that conference this year, destroyed BYU after going down 7-0 in the championship game, and wow, they worked them. And I've never been too confident in Oregon. Dante Moore has gotten better, and I haven't watched them enough, not on a weekly basis, but I am picking the Red Raiders, man.
Man,
what bowl? What city would that be in? Actually, though,
It's the Capital One Orange Bowl.
Oh, so it's in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, that's a long flight from Eugene, homie. I'm going Red Raiders.
Yeah, dude, I like the Red Raiders as well. They've been playing some really lights out football, dude.
So we got Tech in the semis. Is that what we're saying, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, why not, dude? Why not?
Let's do it.
All right. Then that next matchup at 4:00, that would be Oklahoma against Indiana. Now, dude. I don't know, man.
Mateer versus Mendoza.
That defense. Woo! Oklahoma's defense versus Indiana's defense. Just the SEC just plays a completely different style of ball, dude. Now, Indiana is built to win the Big Ten, obviously. But are they built to play against the big bad SEC?
That's a great question, man. I'll say they got the athletes on defense, and Hardy is disgusting for them. He's really good. He gets a lot of pressure from the edge linebacker position. Depends on maybe if Cooper's back. If Omar Cooper's out for a while, which they beat us without Omar Cooper, their second best option. Maybe they can do it to the Sooners too. I'm picking the Hoosiers. I believe in Indiana. I do. I believe in them. Where's that played again too? What bowl game is that?
It is.
That's always a factor to me.
It's the Rose Bowl, dude.
Oh yeah, duh. Oklahoma's playing the Rose Bowl a lot. Not under Venables, but
yeah.
Yeah, Hoosiers win their first ever Rose Bowl in program history.
All right, man. Man, you know what, man? I'll give the Hoosiers. I mean, I could be wrong, man, because dude, I don't think Indiana's built to play SEC teams. I just don't.
The Sooners will win. You think? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. I'm just trying to get this down, but it's not going.
I don't know why it keeps cutting out. It's probably my Wi-Fi. There's a lot streaming right now. Sorry.
Yeah. So, man, dude, you know what, man? I'm taking Oklahoma, dude. I'm taking Oklahoma.
You don't believe in the Hoosiers?
No, it's not about believing, dude. It's about looking at conference styles. It's about looking at Indiana's style of play.
I think Indiana mirrors what Ohio State does pretty. I think they play the same style of ball that we do.
Dude, they don't have the same speed.
No.
They don't. They're not built to play the SEC. They're just not.
I'm sticking with it. The Hoosiers are the better team.
All right, man. I'm picking Oklahoma, dude.
Fair enough. That stage is going to be really intimidating. The Hoosiers haven't played there since January 1st, 1968. So, I mean, daggone.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of crimson and cream in the stadium, but that's also why I think Oklahoma's played in the Rose Bowl several times over the last 15 years. I think the Hoosiers buy 70% of the tickets and make it a home game.
All right, man. I think you're just being a little Big Ten biased, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, you don't think Indiana fans will have more butts in seats than Oklahoma? I do.
They could, but I'm just saying this matchup, dude. I see Indiana style play, and I don't know, man. I just don't.
It's very spread. It's very speed. It's very spread you out and take advantage of missed tackle. Mendoza, but I'm also believing Mateer, but I don't think Oklahoma's anything special. I don't.
All right, man.
I mean, they barely beat Michigan. I mean, maybe I guess you could say that was like 24-9 or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Like Michigan was trash that game, and they still only beat them by 15, like 2 touchdowns basically. Like I just don't believe. I don't think Oklahoma's very good. I don't think they're a good team.
All right. Then we're not even gonna talk about the Tulane Georgia game. Give me Georgia. Oh,
what the hell are they doing down there?
I don't know, man. We're not even gonna talk about the Tulane Georgia game.
Yeah,
give me Georgia.
It's not really worth breath. That's gonna be a blowout.
Give me Georgia.
Okay, so that sets up the semis then.
No. We got. Oh yeah, we talked about Texas A&M, Ohio State. We said the Buckeyes. All right, so we're going to entertain your win. So we got We'll do Texas Tech versus Indiana. All right. Now
versus Indiana.
Yeah, we'll have Texas Tech versus Indiana. Do they get it? Do Indiana is capable of advancing to the national championship?
I think part of the reason they were undefeated was because of a favorable schedule with conference expansion. They did go to Autzen and beat another playoff team in the Oregon Ducks, and so they got their big win. Penn State, that's a tough place to win, and Indiana hasn't won there in a long time either, but Penn State was a garbage team this year, with rudderless, without a head coach for the long term. And man, I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the Red Raiders. I know their defense is good. It's hard to say that I think Indiana could go all the way to the national championship, but when you're the number 1 seed, you have a favorable route.
Yeah.
And because I know more about Indiana, I've seen them get big wins. I've seen Mendoza be clutch in big moments several times this season versus Penn State, versus Oregon on third downs, and of course versus the Buckeyes. I don't know how much conviction I have in this, but I'll pick Indiana to win. Yeah.
Man, you know what, dude? Like, I don't know, man. This is a dream season for them, but sometimes dream seasons are just they're too good to be true, dude. They
Get
just are.
burst.
What?
Yeah, the bubble gets burst, but
Yeah, the bubble gets burst eventually.
Is Texas Tech capable of bursting that bubble? I don't know.
I mean,
Coming out of the Big 12,
it doesn't matter to me because I have them. I have them losing to Oklahoma. So
yeah. Well, I can't see Texas Tech making a national championship either. So
yeah. All right, man. Let's.
So who do you have advancing from that side then? Who would you have advancing to the national championship game?
Man,
If it played out in your scenario,
bro.
You not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just thinking about this, man.
Oh, I thought it froze again.
Dude, I'm done thinking about like, oh, these are just Texas Tech, Indiana, it just never happened, dude. I just really like what I've seen from Texas Tech, man. I just do.
Yeah, I guess the argument comes into play though. Who have they played? Who have they played? I mean, BYU is a good program. They're not an elite program.
I mean, this is who they played. Let's see. They beat up on Utah for 34-10.
That's very impressive.
They beat up on 21 ranked Houston 35-11. They lost to Arizona State, which was at Arizona State.
Yeah, Sam Levitt, good program.
They beat up on BYU 29-7. Not only once, but twice. And they beat them worse the second time around. Dude, I just think they're playing really good football right now. It's really hard to pick. It's just really hard to pick against them. You know, man.
Okay, so Texas Tech national
Texas
championship.
Tech Raiders to the national championship, dude.
Wow. Fair enough.
But you know what, man? I really want to see a rematch of the possibly Ohio State, Indiana. So, you know, man, I hope Indiana advances, but I just don't think they will. But all right. We have Ohio State versus Georgia, the rematch of the 2022 Peach Bowl. Rematch the 2022 Peach Bowl. Last time Ohio State played Georgia, they lost due to a last-minute blunder by Jim Knowles, but they don't have Jim Knowles anymore. They have Matt Patricia, who's been cooking up a master class all season. He was not the reason why Ohio State lost on Saturday, but at all, by any means, at all. Which, by the way, he is locked in for 3 years. So, but man, Georgia has been playing really, really good football, dude. I mean, really good football, bro. I'm talking about ever since that that loss to Alabama. They just been wrecking
Yeah.
people. They blew out Texas. I don't
They did. Yeah, they did.
I don't really think let me look at the scores of these games. Well, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on the game, Peter?
they haven't had any close games in a long time. So
I mean,
except Tech. Tech was kind of close, wasn't it?
43-35 against Ole Miss, they won. Texas, they beat
Oh,
35-10. Tech was 16-9. That was a close game. That's a rivalry game, dude. But they blew out Alabama 28-7 after losing to them earlier in the season.
Yeah, it was no contest, man. They took care of business. This is a tough one, man. Gunnar Stockton's an elite quarterback. He is, and they have really, really gotten better. They had several struggle wins the first half of the season. I am always praying on the SEC elite, fall downs. But they kept winning those close contests. And at some point, you just got to tip your hat and be like, daggone, man. They got something that's clutch about them. Gunnar Stockton's got that it factor. And he's a little more experienced than Julian's saying, right? Because he wasn't the starter last year. It was Carson Beck, but he got some playing time. I don't know, man. That's tough. Georgia's defense, in my opinion, isn't what it's been in the past. It's not bad by any means. Our defense is better, for sure.
Yeah.
No question about it. Yes, you're really picking hairs, man. I could see either team winning this contest, man. I don't know if I'm ready to make a selection. I'll make one, but I don't know if I'm ready. I mean,
we could revisit these. I mean, we're gonna have to revisit these each live, dude.
Yeah. I think
that's what I was saying. Like maybe take one round at a time, dude. Not make a complete selection.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe
we don't have to touch this game. Just like I kind of didn't feel comfortable, touching the semifinal game or even the quarterfinals. I want to see who advances and how they look.
Yeah, but it's like the NCAA tournament now. You got to fill out a bracket.
I know, man, but in terms of like talking about this on the live, I want to see how each team looks those opening playoff games, dude. Because everybody's perspective. Let's be honest, Peter. Everybody's perspective changed once they saw how Ohio State blew out Tennessee. Everybody's perspective changed about Ohio State.
I think it changed when we blew out Oregon, but perhaps, yeah, perhaps. We won some people back over, yes. Because a lot of people thought we'd be a dead dog. Yeah, it's hard to predict, but honestly, it's hard to predict for the NCAA tournament in the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four, But I'll pick Ohio State because I think we are the best team in the nation. I don't think Georgia's as good as us. I don't. Although they're very, very good and very capable of winning a national championship this year.
They are very capable. Dude, I really want to see this Ohio State-Indiana rematch, dude.
All right. Buckeyes, Hoosiers, and I'd take Buckeyes in that one. I would.
Yeah. Just revenge and just knowing your opponent, dude. You played them once. It's really hard to beat your opponent second time around.
Yeah. Title game was in Atlanta this year. Where is the national championship contest this season?
It's going to be the Fiesta Bowl, which that means it's in Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. Tempe, Arizona. Man.
Yep, Tempe, Arizona, dude.
Woo!
But
if Ohio State makes the title, I guarantee my cousin and uncle will be there because he's a Phoenix resident. Daggone, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm pretty spent, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
So,
dude. Same here.
I think I'm gonna get off, but
school just got canceled, so I have the date off tomorrow. So
let's go. I know those kids are celebrating too. So All right, man. Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us and commenting and engaging with us tonight. Talk to Ohio State, Indiana, the playoffs, and I can't wait for the playoffs and bowl games and bowl season to begin. It's right around the corner, as well as Army Navy. But that'll do for this one. Go Bucks and God bless. We'll see you on the next one.
OH.
IO. Let's go, Bucks.